Parents, these are some things that you can do with your children at home to help them out with science. One of the things that they have to do at home is their homework. This is your child's homework booklet, and this is your child's study guide. Both of these should be out when they're working on their homework. The teachers do not want your student or your child to just circle answers. We do want them showing work. On page 2 of both their homework booklet and their study guide, we have listed their strategies, their science strategies. We call it the SQRQCQ, named after the first letter for each strategy that they need to do. They should be showing those strategies on their homework. One of those things that they need to do is make sure that they are looking up and trying to find the answers in their study guide, or even just double checking the answers in the study guide. This first question is about what you intend to prove or disprove in a scientific investigation. Well, when you flip through your study guide, it talks about the scientific process on page 5 and page 6. So they would look at the information here to help them find the answer, circle the correct answer, and put the page number that helped them find the answer. And notice all of the strategies that are shown on each question. They are not just circling answers. All good scientists show their thinking. Another way that you can help your children at home is by really focusing on the science vocabulary. That really seems to be a hard thing for students to get. And any extra practice that they can get is really helpful in the classroom. This is an example of how the vocabulary words for each unit of study are listed at the beginning of the unit. There's usually a couple of pages of vocabulary, has the word and the definition next to it. Some things that the children can do at home is maybe make some flashcards out of index cards or paper, have the word on one side and the definition on the other, and just use them as flashcards to make sure that they have learned the words. Other things that we found that the kids like to do is websites on the computer. This is one that you can go to at classtools.net, and it's called War of the Words. The vocabulary words have been embedded into the program. There is a definition at the bottom and then words to choose from. And the students read the definition and click on the word. Let's see, conditions that can change to affect the outcome of an investigation would be variables. And if they get it right, it blows up. And then the quicker they can go through it, the better they know it. Another website that you can visit at home is called PebbleGo. It does have a username, which is McPhee, and a password, which is books, BOOKS. This has different information and fun games that they can play. If you click on space, which is what we're studying right now in Unit 1, and we have a test on this next Friday on September 30th, and you click on solar system, there's different tabs of information, vocabulary words, there's video clips that you can click on to play. It does even, if you click the sound button, it will read to you. So that also helps with children's reading skills at home. Probably what your child will like the most is the games. There's one that we've done in class called the Planet Puzzle, and it helps them put the planets in order that they would come in the solar system. So they have a really good time with that learning. Another thing that you can help us out with parents at home with science is realizing that science is all around you. When you're in the kitchen, you can focus on the measurements of your beans, of your water, of your milk, and just start asking your child questions about things that are going on around you, anywhere you are. If you're outside at night, look up at the moon and have them talk to you about the moon phases that they learn about in class. One really good question to ask them is, what do you notice? It could be about anything. That question works for a lot of things. If you come across a problem that you're looking for a solution for, ask your kids, what could we do to solve this? Because parents, you don't have to have the right answers to everything. What we really want to do is just make sure that your child learns how to think for themselves. It's not always about just having the right answers. It's just about asking questions, being curious, and using our brains. Something else that you can do to help at home is be aware of our testing dates and help your child review for the tests using their study guides. Thanks for everything that you do. Something else that you should be looking for in the study guide are chants that the students are using to remember the information about science. You will see them in bold letters. Your students should be able to point them out to you. But here is an example of one. We make anchor charts and we place them in the room so that they're in view of the kids at all times. This one is a chant to remember the rotation of the earth, what it causes. And then we also have one down here for revolution, what revolution is and what it causes. So these are some great things that you can look for in your study guide and help your child learn them and practice them.